Welcome to the LaFonda Jackson Show. My name is Lisa, and this is Teddy. And LaFonda is the truck, the Peterbilt 589. In this episode, I need to make a very critical clarification. On my last video that I posted, I made a mistake about something with the ELD and the Ag Exempt. So I need to clarify that. I did some research. One of my subscribers or viewers made a comment, and I'm going to put that right here. I was under the impression that I could use Ag Exempt hauling the apples in a 150 air mile radius from the pickup, and also in a 150 air mile radius from the delivery. And that is wrong. I can only use the Ag Exempt in a 150 air mile radius from the pickup. Now, in that video that I posted, I actually did make it down to the delivery in time, so I did not have to put it on personal conveyance Ag Exempt for the 150 air mile radius. And I'm glad, because that would have been I would have been in violation. I did use the personal conveyance to go home after I left there, because I was done work until the next afternoon, actually. So I'm going to read what I found on the internet, because it's so extensive, and they change the regulations often. I would say it's probably 1,000 pages if you printed everything out. But I'm just going to read what I need to clarify for my viewers. What is the agricultural exemption for hours of service? The agricultural exemption is a special consideration that allows carriers of agricultural commodities to be exempt from keeping hours of service and using electronic logging devices. There are certain conditions that qualify a driver or carrier for using this special exemption. Loaded and unloaded. Many people thought the Ag exemption could only be used when transporting goods, but it now clearly covers both legs of a round trip within the 150 air mile radius, regardless of whether the CMV is loaded or empty. The sole purpose of the trip must be to load or unload an agricultural commodity, and no other non-agricultural cargo can be transported. The FMCSA stated that not covering the unloaded return trip would limit the relief intended by Congress and would make monitoring more complicated for law enforcement officials. Beyond the one, I don't want to read that part. So they're always changing this stuff, and just making it so confusing. And the pages, when I was researching it, it was just going on and on and on, like I would say 1,000 pages. The FMCSA agreed that an agricultural commodity can have more than one source, but only if the commodity is still in its original form or hasn't been processed so much that it no longer meets the definition of an agricultural commodity. The agency noted that there would likely be more changes to this question in the future. Multiple sources. here's where I found my answer. The FMCSA agreed that pickups from multiple sources were essential to carriers, but disagreed on the radius calculation. The CVSA weighed in as well on the issue, and the new guidance states that the 150 air mile radius must be measured from the first source only. You can find more information and the full regulatory guidance on the FMCSA's website. Once a driver operates beyond the 150 air mile radius, the hours of service regulations apply. Therefore, starting at the time and location where the transporter goes past the 150 air mile radius, the driver must maintain logs using an ELD unless the driver or the vehicle meets one of the limited ELD exemptions. The driver must work and drive within the limitations of the hours of service rules when operating beyond the 150 air mile radius. Time spent working within the 150 air mile radius does not count toward the driver's daily and weekly limits. So if you are a new driver and new to the ELD thing, look it up online on the internet. Don't go by my YouTube video, please. Don't. I'm not going to talk about the ELD no more. I'm only going to talk about LaFonda and Teddy and myself and where I'm picking up or delivering to. I'll say what I have on, but I don't want to put the wrong information out there. So I apologize for doing that in my last video. I'm not quite sure how to edit it unless I delete the whole video. I don't really want to do that. But let me know in the comments what if you're a YouTuber yourself and you know, because I'm still new to this. I don't know how to edit it. There is an option on there. It says I can edit, but I don't know if it would mess up the whole video. I don't know. But thank you to the Dirty Tractor Doctor for pointing this out to me, because I would have kept doing it and would have gotten in trouble, had a violation, whatever, put out of service. Don't want that. Thanks for watching this video. Please like it, share it, please share it, because I want people to know the correct information, and leave a comment, and I will see you on the next video.